We're now just 1 month from the big November election, and now through Election Day, you'll likely hear about a lot of different demographics and how they're voting or expected to vote. College versus non-college, urban versus rural, men versus women. But stereotypes don't always tell the whole story. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson joins us now live in studio to explain. Morgan.
Justin, the man I talked to was part of the veteran demographic, and his vote might surprise some. Hear what led him to make the choice on his ballot. Dusty Sarazin spent his morning refilling his handmade bird feeder. He's a retired veterinarian and still cares about his animals. He's also a retired soldier, and he still cares about his fellow veterans. Just over 50 years ago, Dusty returned from serving in Vietnam.
I was proud of what I had done. I thought I had done a very good job of it.
But his pride was not shared by many Americans.
But the worst part of the Vietnam War for me was the coming home part.
Like many Vietnam veterans, Dusty did not get much respect when he arrived home. And Dusty feels he's still not getting enough respect from the president.
I think it was suckers who served, and then it were the ones who were dead, like in that World War I cemetery outside of Paris that he didn't go to. Those were losers because they were dead.
He's referring to a recent Atlantic article that features Trump's unsavory remarks on war veterans. When Dusty heard what his president called his brothers and sisters, he couldn't help but remember visiting the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C.
It's pretty hard to walk the length of the Vietnam War and not have tears in your eyes at the end of it, So there's a lot of emotion, and survivor's guilt in my case, I came back, they didn't.
Dusty voted absentee a few days ago. This year, his ballot was all blue.
The most important thing right now is his comments about veterans and people who have been killed in action. That made me very angry.
Especially coming from a person who didn't serve.
I don't have a grudge against people who didn't serve, but it's not nice of them to make derisive comments toward those of us who did.
Biden was not Dusty's first pick during the Democratic primary, but he's grown to respect Biden and his son's military service.
His son, Bo, who volunteered to serve in Afghanistan, so he's very supportive of those of us who do choose to serve in the military.
We reached out to the Republican Party of Oneida County for a veteran who supports the presidential's reelection. They did not respond.
All right, thanks, Morgan. Well, more stories like this on the way up to Election Day, hearing from the opinions of people.